Hello everyone, this is Flynn. In this video I'm going to show you the progress I've made on implementing various user interface features. I think my goal here was largely to show some sort of information that would help the players understand how to play the game and understand what's going on at any point in time. So let me give you an example here. I'm going to press play. Let me select a creature. And so first off, you can notice that I added a little kind of blue-gray little tab, you could call it, to all these little objects here. And this blue tab is supposed to kind of signify an option to press so you can get more information about what's going on. So this is Mana Harvest. This is going to be a game type, where you go around harvesting from the mana wells. But if you didn't know what was going on in this mission or this game type, you can press this little tab here, and it explains that harvest mana from wells on the map. The first player to 20 mana wins. Then we got a little score here: player 1, player 2. And we're in the movement phase, and then we have move, and we have a couple tabs here. Click this tab. Move your creature in an amount indicated by its current movement characteristic. A circular disc is activated to show you where your creature can move without being blocked by terrain or other creatures. So I'll give you some information about what it means to press the move button. I mean, for most people it's pretty self-evident and obvious, but you never know. People starting the game who haven't had much experience playing video games, I guess, may need some additional help. This is my attempt to give them that help. So what does it mean to end your movement phase? Basically press this if you're done making all your moves, after you and your opponent have selected to end your movement phase. And this is probably the bigger part here. Players need to understand that everybody needs to press end movement phase for the next phase to begin. And I say the next phase is objective phase because that's what I'm going to change the order of the phases up in my next videos, because I actually want my phases to start such as your ability phase first, then your movement phase, then your objective phase. I think that's where I'm going to end up doing. So then we got our monster creature characteristics here. We have so this is Orc 1. Once I get unique models or unique creatures here, I will give a background information on each creature, and then you can click this and you'll have some description about the creature and some background. And these are just some typical stats. I may need to add more going forward, but you have a movement here, so now I know that this creature can move 10, and I can click this to get more information. This is your creature's movement. This amount is currently modified by 0. So just in case there's a buff or debuff on the creature, you can click this to figure out what modifications to the movement is currently on the creature. Here's some armor, and I explain that this is your creature's save roll. You need to make this roll this amount or higher to avoid taking damage. And I show you the current modification. Hit points 2. Once this reaches 0, creature will be dead. Okay, so I got some cool information here. Let's go to my ability phase. And so these 3 orcs have all the abilities currently designed in my game. I need to design a lot more, but this is what I'm starting out with. And so each of these abilities have a description. Savage Strike, range 5, damage is 3, roll you need a 4 or higher, strike at a target at close range dealing direct damage, pretty self-explanatory. Fireball, range 10. Cast a fireball target at long range, dealing direct damage. Fire Blast. Here's a profile on Fire Blast, and it explains that it's an area damage. Heal Wave. Damage to -1. And I'll probably need to fix that going forward. I mean, it's not damage, it's actually a heal, but the damage is -1, so it's actually healing you. But this does explain that it's an area effect. Then we got Eagle Sight. Eagle Sight, range 5, no damage. So there's buffs. Casting ability, increase buff to target friendly monster by 10. Speed Haste, casting move and increase buff to target friendly monster by 5. So that's pretty much it. And then I explain what happens when you end your ability phase. Go straight to the movement phase. So yeah, let's look at the range of Fire Blast real quick. Look at that red circle. That's my range. The yellow circle is the area effect. So let me try to cast Eagle Sight on this middle orc here. I got it. And so here's the cool part. I'm going to click this orc now, and now I got the effect here. So all the effects are going to spawn right here. So basically, when one of your creatures or a creature has an effect on them, this is where the information is going to be. And again, you can click the little tab here to get more information on it. And this says increases ability range by 5 for 1 round. Okay. So let's click the fireball one more time. You can see that the range increased. Actually increased the range by 10. I need to update that description there, but you understand the point. And also increases my heal wave range too. So all my ability ranges are increased a lot. So that is the effect of Eagle Sight there. And then Speed Haste. You should be used to this one by now, but so I failed that. Let me try cast that again. You notice the dice kind of stopped when it was cocked. That's another quirk in my game that I need to kind of iron out, but I mean it's still a legit roll, even though it landed on its side, not a face but a side, but it still registers a valid result. So in a way, cocked dice are legal. So anyway, I'm going to cast Speed Haste. Oh yeah, so anyway, it actually worked in my prior roll. So this orc has Eagle Sight, this orc has Speed Haste. Let me cast that, increases movement speed by 5. So now this orc can move faster. Let me cast Speed Haste on this orc that already has a buff, and I'll show you what happens. Cool, he got it. So now you see that this one has 2 buffs, and then increased movement speed by 5, increases ability range by 5. So yeah, so any orc you can, any creature or orc or monster you can click on the map, you should be able to see their buffs. And one cool thing about, like, let's say Speed Haste increase speed by 5, I can go back to my movement here. Check this out, this is 15 now. And you can see this is your creature's movement. This amount is currently modified by 5. So let's say you had a lot of buffs, and you don't have time to sift through them all. You can just click your characteristic here and see what you're being modified. So yeah, let's see what else here. Let me end my ability phase. Let me see if I can grab objective. I think I'm out of range. So let me get my movement phase going on here. I think there's only one more thing I need to show you. Let's see, grab objective phase. Oh yeah, so here we have more information on that. If you have a creature near a mana well, activate grab objective to try to harvest mana to win the game. So this information should be updated by the game type you're playing. I hope to have at least 50 to 100 different game types. I want to make this a very creative game. So this is just one game type, and it tells you kind of how to win, or how to activate an objective, or how to grab one anyway. So, and then we have description here on how to end what happens when you end your objective phase. And so yeah, let's see if we can grab an objective here. Cool, we grabbed it. And then you notice that player 1's score has increased by 1. And remember, the goal of this game is the first player to get 20 mana wins. Yeah, I think that's all I have to show for now. There's a lot more work I need to do, but I just wanted to have some user interface right now that it was, at least an improvement to what I had before. I really wanted to get these effects down, so I do want a good part of this game to be, to be buffing or debuffing enemies and not just dealing direct damage. So I wanted to get this feature down where you can click a random creature in the map and say, hey, what is going on with this creature? Is there any buffs on that right now before you make a move or an action? Alright, so that's it for this video.